Manchester United taking on relegation threatening West Brom. Now, Jesus, we've got to get the 3 points in this particular outing, Manchester United. After dropping points last weekend against Everton, we can't afford any more slip-ups if we are to keep in the race for winning the title. I personally think the title is long and truly gone. With Man City's form being so good at this moment in time, I cannot see Manchester United can win enough games to overhaul Man City, but we've still got to try our best to stay in touching distance and just see what happens. I mean, if Man City slip up in the next couple of games and Manchester United also slip up, then it's going to be an absolute kick in the fucking bollocks. It really will. But I can't see it, to be honest. But Manchester United have still got to win this fixture in order just to cement their place in that Champions League spot, because teams like Chelsea and that will be on Manchester United's tails if we don't win this fucking game of football. And we know how Big Sam's going to set up for this game. We know how that cunt sets up his teams, and West Brom are going to be no different in this game. We know exactly where they're going to try and get their goals from. They're going to put the double-decker bus up, you would expect. Even at home, they're probably going to be fairly fucking defensive. And Manchester United have got to do their upward best to break this shit down. We know West Brom haven't been good enough recently. We've seen them let goals in, them not playing well. After a positive result away at Liverpool, they seem to have not really gone anywhere with Sam Allardyce coming into this club, and I'm surprised they sacked Bilic, to be honest, because that was on the back of a draw against Man City, and looking back on it, that was a brilliant result for them because Man City have been pretty much unstoppable since. So it's a funny old game, but we know how West Brom are going to go. They're going to look to hit Manchester United with set pieces, corners, free kicks, just pretty much the same as how fucking David Moyes set it up, to be honest, in the FA Cup. I mean, pretty much I would expect the same thing. This is away from home for Manchester United, but I would still expect the same shit as we saw in the week. And this may be another diabolical game that we have to win 1-0. And if we have to win it 1-0, I will take fucking 1-0 straight away from here. From straight away, I would take that, because this probably won't be an easy game, but Manchester United have got to go into it to win this game of football. We can't be going out there with fucking two defensive midfielders just to plod along and end up with a fucking draw, because we could be staring down at being below Chelsea in a couple of weeks when we play them in the league. So we don't want that. We want to be above Chelsea, at least finishing second in the Premier League, now that we've been fairly decent overall this season in terms of our progress, and we've got to finish the job off, finish second and win a trophy. That would be definitely progress for Manchester United this season, and if we can cement our place in that second position comfortably over the other teams, then just have a crack at the Europa League and the FA Cup, because that's what it's all about, winning for Manchester United. Now, we're going to this game, we've still got maybe a couple of injury concerns. Manchester United, Diallo is out, I think, with illness. Paul Pogba's still out. I think Eric Bailly may be coming back, but not ready just yet, so we will have to wait and see. But there will be some changes to the starting lineup. We know that definitely, because there was multiple, I think it was about 6 changes to West Ham, and we've got that game in the week against Real Sociedad, so we're going to have to fly out to that one, so there will be changes again for that. So I would keep Dean Henderson in goal. Didn't have anything much to do against West Ham, but I would keep him in goal. I think David Hare needs to come out now. I think he's made too many mistakes. I mean, Dean Henderson hasn't been brilliant this season. He has made some cock-ups. There isn't much in it, probably, but I just feel that Dean Henderson probably needs a run in the team, and maybe we'll see his confidence up, and if he does well, keep his place, because De Gea hasn't been good enough lately. Don't want to be too critical, but just hasn't been good enough, in my opinion. Was terrible against Everton, so I'd keep Dean Henderson in goal. At the back four pretty much picks itself. It's going to be Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, Lindelof and Maguire. We know that. Midfield, it's got to be Scott McTominay in there. 7 goals this season, been brilliant for Manchester United, so I'm going to keep him, put him back in the starting lineup for Manchester United. He's probably going to go with Fred in there, but I want to see some more attacking players. But I know he's going to go with Fred in that midfield too. But it is too defensive. But with Pogba out, the options, I want to see Donny van der Beek succeed at Manchester United, and he probably needs a run in the Manchester United team. So I wouldn't be opposed to seeing Scott McTominay start, and Van der Beek and Bruno Fernandes in there. I would quite like that, to be honest. Give him another game. His confidence is probably low because he keeps getting, when he does play, he's the first one to come off the pitch. and I think he could do better. Couldn't do worse than give him another run out, to be honest. Against this is West fucking Brom. It might give his confidence a boost, and hopefully we'll see something good from him, because we know he's got the talent. That is the thing. We know he's got the talent, but game consistency, when you're not playing week in, week out, that doesn't help any footballer. It really doesn't. So I'd like to see that. Then the forward line, I think it's pretty much going to kind of pick itself, besides pretty much one position. I mean, it's whether, I mean, it is still a bit of a conundrum, but it's going to surely be Cavani as the striker, Rashford out on one side, and it'll probably be Greenwood out on the other hand side, because he doesn't seem to want to play anyone else out on the right hand side at this moment in time. And so the only conundrum would be is whether it's Martial or it's Cavani. But for me, it's got to be Cavani. It really has. He's been good for Manchester United, the best number 7 we've had since Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's got to play for me. Really has got to play. And Manchester United have then got to go out there and attack this opposition and get the fucking job done. If Manchester United could get the job done early, maybe take a couple off, because we've got another game coming up in the week, and we know he's going to put a fairly strong, he's going to want to go out there and win that game of football. We know he is. He's not going to want to lose that game. It's a European trophy at stake, and Manchester United, I want Manchester United to win it. I want Manchester United to win the FA Cup as well. But we will have to wait and see. There's so many games coming thick and fast still. It's a long while before we've got a week where we haven't got 3 games in the space of 7 days. So the rotation is going to be needed. Will we see any other youngsters given an opportunity in the next week or so? I do hope so, but with Diallo being ill, it doesn't look like he will feature. Certainly not in this game, but not too sure about the Sociedad game. There's going to be options obviously on the substitutes bench for this game still. I mean, I don't fully know what's up with some of the players. While Matt has been out, I don't know what's happened to him. James will probably still be on the substitutes bench. Could he come in against Real Sociedad? That could definitely be an option. But in the forward line at this moment in time, it pretty much is picking itself for Manchester United, with the fact that Diallo has just come in and hasn't featured yet and whatnot, and a couple of injuries here and there, with Pogba now being out. He was put out on the left before, and Rashford was put out on the right just to accommodate him in the team. But now we haven't got that option of Pogba. It is making the front players just basically pick themselves. Let me know what you think of about this game. I mean, obviously they're going to be very defensive in this game, so I personally wouldn't play Fred. I wouldn't want to see really Fred and McTominay both in the midfield. To me, I mean, I've not been the biggest fan of Fred. He hasn't improved this season, but I still don't think he's good enough moving forward. If Manchester United want to be challenging putting a proper challenge and go all the way and win the Premier League, I just don't think he's good enough. But that's my overall opinion. We have also seen that Hannibal Mejbri and Shola Shortire, well, Shola Shortire has been in the first team training sessions. Hannibal Mejbri hasn't yet been in, but he's being promoted to the first team, which is great news to see. Shola Shortire should feature in the next few weeks, I'm hopeful of anyway, because injuries and problems like that, and the fact that we can use 12 substitutions in the Europa League should give him a chance to get on the substitutes bench, I would hope, in the next few weeks. So that is positive news anyway, because the under-23s are smashing it. I'm going to do a video talking about the U team in the next day or so, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the West Brom game. Let me know your thoughts on it. I mean, obviously as we've said, they're going to set up very defensive, looking to hit us from the corners. So Manchester United have got to be on their A game from set pieces. We've struggled with that this season, conceded too many goals from that sort of position. West Ham obviously trying to exploit that Manchester United's defensive frailties. So we've got to be on the ball in this game. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you're watching this on Facebook, please do hit the share button, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.